96.7 The Rig, White Court's Rock Station. Shaugn and Casey with you this morning on the Rig Morning Gig. Royal Blood there. And still taking your calls in the pipeline. 778-5105. Wade, how do you feel?
The knee defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Casey's displaying the prevalent attitude of today where I want what I want, when I want it, and I don't care how it affects anybody else.
Yeah, I got to agree. Sorry, Casey. But no, it's true. There's already no room on the plane. Why would you make it that much more uncomfortable just so you can have a tiny bit of comfort?
Absolutely, and I've had it done to me and hate it. I'm a big guy, and I don't enjoy staring down at somebody's forehead for 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever the case may be. And that is why I don't fully recline my own chair, because I know what a pain in the ass it is.
Yeah, I'm guilty of moving it back a little bit, but I'm not going to. Yep. I'm never recline all the way.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, just because the seat goes back as far as it does, doesn't mean you should always do it. I mean, mankind is bad for that. It's like, well, let's do it because we can, not because we should. And that extends into all facets of civilization.
Wade, I like your point of view, appreciate it. And fortunately, Casey was, I took this call during the newscast earlier, so Casey couldn't defend herself.
Wade made sure strategically called while I wasn't around. And you know what? I agree with some of the things you have to say, Wade. I think, just because you could doesn't mean you should. Mm-hmm. But on a plane, reclining your seat is not it's not an inconsiderate thing to do. But I don't believe it is not an inconsiderate thing to do. It is more inconsiderate to prevent one person on the plane to not be allowed to recline your seat than every single person on the plane reclining their seat.
Yeah, there is no right or wrong answer to this, but we want to hear what you have to say. Let us know. 778-5105. Eric Clapton on 96.7 The Rig, White Court's Rock Station. It's Cocaine from 1977, and new Weezer just before that. It's called Back to the Shack. It is Thursday. That means New Rock Thursdays. I'll probably have a chat with MJ again later this morning, telling us who we're going to hear from later tonight. Still taking your calls this morning, 778-5105. How do you feel about reclining your seats on a plane? The Rig, good morning.
Hey, it's Wade again.
Hello, Wade. We're hoping it was you.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, it is inconsiderate because I paid just as much for my seat as you paid for yours. And when you recline into my space, now you're sharing my space.
Wait, absolutely, I agree, but I'm paying just as much as you. So if you use a knee defender on me, that's like preventing this one person on the plane who paid just as much as you, who can't find the same comfort that you can have. If all the seats...
Now, that's a very selfish attitude, because when all the seats are ahead, everybody's on the same playing field. But as soon as you recline yours, now you've interrupted my space.
It's become a row of dominoes. Everybody's got to follow suit.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I just don't agree. I can't.
Well, that's fine. That's okay. You don't have to agree. But you are an inconsiderate person if you just go ahead and do what you want to do because you don't care about anybody else.
It's not like I'm leaning back into you all the way. It's not like I'm lying down on your lap. I'm just reclining the seat as much as it can go.
The last plane I was on to Mexico, the person was literally laying in my lap.
If you could see the look on her face right now.
I am turning red. I cannot believe you're calling me an inconsiderate person because I recline my seat on the plane.
Absolutely. That's why I don't do it to somebody else, because it's inconsiderate. Just because the seat goes that far back doesn't mean it's considerate to do so.
But it doesn't go that far back. It just goes back far enough where somebody can find a little bit of comfort on the plane.
Not for a small person, it isn't that far back. But if you're my size, it's that far back.
96.7 The Rig, White Court's Rock Station. Finger 11, I'll keep your memory vague. It's Shaugn and Casey with you, and spoke to Wade earlier saying that Casey was inconsiderate for, reclining her seats on planes. So, Stephanie, how do you feel about that?
I just want to rebuff for a second. She's not inconsiderate. You pay hundreds of dollars for your flight. You should be able to recline. And holy man, you know what's inconsiderate? That person who wears obnoxious perfume, or that person who comes onto the plane and crop dusts the entire plane. You have to live through that. That's inconsiderate.
Okay, yeah, that is inconsiderate. You can go to the bathroom, but you can't because the person in front of you is all the way back in your lap.
Yeah, but I've never been on and I am not a little person, and I've never had to struggle getting out of my seat while that person has reclined in front of me. Never, ever.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Do you fly first class then? Because that sounds like a first class seat.
No. You know what,
No,
though?
I'm a hobo when I fly. I will take the cheapest flight on travelguru.com. If it's $40 and I have to sit with my knees up in my face, I will do it. I travel like a hobo.
Okay, so you just said it, knees up in your face. Imagine if that person ahead of you is reclined too. They're in your shoulder blades.
But it's
then.
their right.
I've got extra padding in case of an emergency landing.
It is their right. And, doesn't it make a huge difference to you to recline that tiny bit, but it doesn't make a huge difference to the person behind you because they can also recline?
Yeah, and I mean, if there's a huge problem, just be really polite and say, hey, could you, scooch forward just a little bit? It's not a problem. Just be polite on the plane. I've been on a flight where a guy put his seat back and another dude was reading, and the guy who was reading was like, you know what, you can lean back more if you want to. I'll just lean back. And I was like, whoa, that conversation never happens. And he's like, what? Get comfortable. It's a 12-hour flight. I'm like, you're right, man. Get comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to get comfortable on a plane, so the smallest little things make a big difference.
Oh, totally. I totally agree.
96.7 The Rig, White Court's rock station. It's Rise Against. Shaugn and Casey with you.
Hey, it's Wade again.
Hello, Wade. It's Shaugn, Casey, and Wade on the Rig Morning Gig.
Hey, there you go. Hey, all I can say is that when somebody does an action that negatively impacts somebody else, and they do it anyway, that's inconsiderate.
Okay, but when...
just a sec, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
And in your life experience, you're going to come up against that, and you're going to be on the other side of it. And all I want you to do is to remember this conversation.
So don't you think that...
Because karma is you-know-what.
Don't you think that if you used a knee defender to prevent me from reclining, don't you think that's negatively impacting my experience?
Not if you're if you have no situational awareness and you want to recline your chair against a guy that's 6 feet tall, 225 pounds, and my knees are already touching the back of your chair, and you don't ask me if it's okay to recline, then I'm not going to ask you if it's okay for me not to let you recline.
But how is that my problem?
Well, it isn't your problem. If you want to recline and I don't let you, then I guess it's your problem. But if you ask me and I say no, sometimes in life the answer is no.
Well, Wade, we can fight all morning. We have been fighting all morning about this.
It's true, and that's why I said, in life you're going to be on the other side, and I want you to remember this conversation.
I don't think she can forget it.